Today's the 25th of February 2012. It's just about 5 months almost to the day that I began working on my HO layout. This is the L that I installed. It seems to be working out pretty well. This video is not going to be about how I made this and how I built that. This is called Just for Fun, and it's exactly that. This is my yard. My freight yard. It used to be 3 tracks and non-functional. It's now 6 tracks and fully functional. I'm able to take all of my trains out of service, put them all into the yard, run my track cleaning car because dirty tracks have caused me more trouble than anything else. And when I'm done, I can bring all the trains out and get them back into service. I'm going to do as little talking as possible during this video and just let you watch the trains running. I'll make comments here and there when they're necessary. But other than that, I hope you'll just enjoy watching the trains. Once I had built the L, I needed a station, and once I built the station, I built a hot dog stand. Just seemed fitting. Everybody seems to like views with the trains coming at the camera, so here's one for people who like that. By the way, if you like this video and you'd like to see some of my others, my YouTube page is PaulieTree1. P-A-U-L-I-E-T-R-E-E and the number 1. If this wasn't enough trains coming at you, here's some more from a different angle. Pay no attention to that big hand and giant coffee cup on the right. I mentioned the yard area and all the improvements, so it go from 3 tracks to 6. Here's a shot of the guys who built everything. They're at work again adding a new spur to the layout. This one I don't think is ever going to get finished though. You can't see him very well. Here's an aerial view. At least they all have the good sense to be wearing their hard hats. Here's a shot of the pickle factory. That's that yellow and blue building in the center of the screen. I built a fence. I scratch-built a fence around it, copper tubing and screening. And here's another shot at the Nathans under the subway station and a little park to the right. It just seemed to go. And of course, when you have a park, you get dogs. And when you have a fire hydrant, you get, well, you know. And of course, when you have a Nathan's, you have lines. That hot dog stand was scratch built out of just bits and pieces. scraps, basically. Came out pretty good. As I mentioned at the beginning, I started this project 5 months ago, almost to the day. And the one thing is that every time I've tried to run the trains, I've had derailments and I've had crashes and all kinds of issues. I spent about a week working on the tracks, and I got a new locomotive. You may notice on that diesel with the half dozen silver-colored tanker cars, there's 2 locomotives on that. That was the missing piece in my layout. Everything seems to be running really smoothly now. I spent about a week working on the tracks and working the bugs out and little adjustments here and there. And today, for the first time, I was actually able to run the trains for 21 and a half minutes without a single derailment, and that's all 6 of them. The 4 regular trains, the 2 subway trains, and on each line it requires constant adjustments. You have to be, fiddling with it, speed one train up, slow another train down, throw a switch and send somebody in on the siding. And today it just all came together, and it was really, really fun. This is what I started making this for. Just to be able to play with my trains like a 9-year-old instead of a 69-year-old and have fun. After about 21 and a half minutes, I started getting a little crazy. And as you notice, there's one train going through on the lower track now in the background. One track, the main line, puts the trains up the hill. You can see one going up there now, and it goes up and around, and then comes down to the front of the board. The other line switches it and it stays on a level, and it goes around the back by the pickle factory. You'll see a train coming out between the blue and yellow pickle factory and that reddish wall. And after 21 and a half minutes, I think I started getting a little bored. Here comes one of the trains now. This one's going to come back around again, and the steam engine is going to be coming down the hill and crash into the middle of that, and that put an end to my 21 and a half minute run. But it was a lot of fun. Here it comes. Watch on the right. Watch on the right. Here comes the freight train. Boom! Gomez Addams wins again. Thanks for watching. Bye.